Hey there, happy Wednesday. How's it going, Legends? We're just about wrapped up with March, so that marks sort of an end of a quarter. And yeah, March 31st. It's 7 a.m. here where I'm at. I'm in Phoenix. It is 10 a.m. Eastern time. We're now 3 hours different, so it's a totally different ballgame. Hey, if you're just tuning in, we got some people coming in. There's going to be more people pouring in. Let us know where you're tuning in from. I always love to hear where people are tuning in from. We got people who tune in from all over the world. We have people inside of our community from all over the place. You don't have to give your GPS coordinates. You could just say what state you're in or what country you're in, even is fine. But let us know. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We got Sarah, Catherine, John. Good to see you guys. We see your comments here. Yoli, Shelly, James, Lisa, awesome. Callie, Margarita, Hugh, awesome. Heather, Sal, Chad, what's going on? Well, welcome in, everybody. Good to see you in here. And today we've got an awesome guest. We're just going to dive right into it. If you can leave a little comment and give us a thumbs up to sort of welcome Mark to the digital stage, I'm going to bring in Mark. Mark, how are you?
Hey, good morning, Matt. Hi, everybody.
Good.
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Where are you tuning in, or where are you not tuning in from? Where are you logging in from?
Sunny Tampa, Florida.
All right, nice. So you're right in the area
Yep.
of where our neck of the woods.
That's
I'm
right.
in Phoenix, but a lot of people think I'm working in Florida. But yeah, most of our company's just remote. So cool, awesome. How do you like it there? You always live there?
I have not. I've been slowly migrating south. I was originally from upstate New York, so I started escaping the snow years ago and was stationed in Savannah, Georgia. And then after that, I slowly migrated down here. My rest of my family moved down here, so I figured I'd join them after I got out of the service.
Cool. Right on. Right on.
Yeah.
I have well, you're an Army Ranger. I have a brother-in-law. I have two brother-in-laws who are Army Rangers.
Sweet.
They went to West Point, and I have three brother. Get how intimidating this is. I have three brother-in-laws who all went to West Point. And one, is Army Ranger, went on to go to MIT. So not intimidating at all.
Yeah.
And then, the other two. Anyway,
Star Ranger. Good.
man, I heard, heard stories and listened to that. That is not a fun process.
It's the best job I ever had, honestly. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. All right. So you're kind of, man, tell us a little bit about you. So we get this questionnaire that you send over, and I feel like you've done a lot of different things in life. So like kind of walk us through some of your journey. It helps us sort of get to know you a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, it has been kind of a long, strange trip. I went to when I got out of high school, went to school at Ohio State. Went there for a couple of years. Did not graduate. My father passed away while I was going there, so I kind of lost interest in things, and I traveled the U.S. for a little over a year. Then I decided to settle down, and I joined the Army. I went into to be an Army Ranger. I got hurt along the way. So they couldn't fix me, and they said, thanks for being here. On your way you go. So after that, I was again disillusioned and, trying to find my way. Did construction, done a bunch of stuff. I came down to Florida after that. So my family was down here. Went back to school, picked up where I left off, but down here, finished my degree. Met a girl, got married, and I had to get a real job, because when you get married, you can't do, the stuff I was doing.
Right.
So that's what started my corporate life, and I worked. I went into insurance. It was just I have a political science degree, but that's kind of useless. I found a job at a mailroom at an insurance company and worked my way up to. It was commercial insurance. Then the real estate bubble popped, and I got laid off from that job. Got onto a bigger insurance company, a global company. Figured, okay, good to go. Worked my way up again, and then 15 years later or so, COVID hit, and like a lot of companies, that's what happened last year. I had a pretty good run, But I got a call last year from my boss early in the morning, and when I got on the call, my HR was on at the same time. And when HR is on a call, you know, your time is up. You know, no hard feelings. A lot. I mean, a lot of people had it a lot worse than I did. So that's how I came here, and had to scramble really at that point because not only. I guess it wouldn't have been hard necessarily to get back into what I was doing, but it was during a pandemic. So a lot of companies were kind of apprehensive to start hiring. And that's when I found affiliate marketing, found Legendary.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah.
So you have not, I mean, you've tried other things too, MLM, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And merch. Tell us a little bit about, so like it seems like and there usually is, but it seems like there's some sort of pattern where you're looking for something or kind of playing around with it. You have this curiosity bug. What's that about?
Yeah, I mean, with MLMs, sometimes you find people who do have success with them, so you figure, okay, let me do that as some side hustle or some extra money while you're, making your regular income that you have to make. And I have no friends that do really well, but I'm not good at like trying to bring people in, especially if it's something that I don't love. And that's what a lot of MLM is. It's you find people doing products. What was it? They were doing phone cards and dental plans and things like that. I'm like, okay, I have no interest, but sure, if you're making money. I got into a legitimate Ponzi scheme, pyramid scheme a few years ago that I guess I should have known better, but it was killing it. I was making money and it was like, wow, this really works. And then you start looking a little bit and you're like, yeah. And then the Fed shut it down,
Yep.
Fortunately, I wasn't involved in that part of it, but I was on the outside and some of the people got taken down and you're like, oh, that's what a Ponzi scheme is. Okay. But yeah, you're kind of always looking, you want to supplement your income and have some free time and not work. When you're in corporate, you're working with commute 60 hours plus a week, and you can't say no to the boss. You're competing against everybody around you to get the next promotion, to get a little raise, to get your bonus at the end of the year. So your weekends are taken, your evenings are taken. Hey, I need you to do this. You nod and you say, sure, you got it. And then 15 years later, you realize you missed out on a lot of things. And that's you're always looking, I think, for extra money. But that's what I'm always doing, but always working.
Yeah.
And I found this.
Cool. So you're you've tried different things. You discover Legendary. I'm curious, after your experience with like a legit fake kind of scam or scheme, whatever, you sort of discover Legendary, and what's your initial thought?
Well, I discovered Legendary. I don't know if a lot of people have the same story. You're working, you don't have a lot of time. So you're seeing these things on the internet, or you see them, you're like, okay, you dabble in it, you go to YouTube, you read someone's blog, and you start trying to cobble things together. And it's not like that. And you spend a lot of money doing what this person says on this blog, and then you go to YouTube and you get lost doing that. When I found Legendary, for me anyway, because this is the way I learn best, I said, okay, $7. It put everything step by step in a logical order, and it peeled the curtain back, and it completely blew my mind that the things I'd seen all my life, it totally made sense after going through the program. I was like, oh, that's why things work. This is why companies do this. This is why I get emails all the time.
Right.
Things I'm interested in. I mean, that's the thing. You market, you get things back to you in email, and you click a link and you go to it. And it really opened my eyes. And then I started doing the process, step by step by step. And I realized why it's not a scam or whatever you were saying, because you have to put work in. They give you the information, in a really concise manner, but then you actually have to execute. Whereas MLMs and things, they give you, they literally tell you, go find other people and bring them to our cult, and then you make money. They don't tell you anything else. They're like, this is how you make money. You go get other people, you bring them, then we pay you. There's no working there. You just have to shill other people. But this, you learn so many skills that might have been right in front of a lot of people, but you start putting them together with this course. That's what is amazing about this. I wish I had found this so many years ago, because I've been seeing it for so many years. You see it everywhere. You just don't know how it's done or why it's done. And then once you find out, it opens so many opportunities to just do it and pursue so many other things.
That's great. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So okay, so you come in, you start sort of, did you get introduced to our challenge? Did you get introduced to like our book, or how did you, who even, where
TikTok.
did you see it?
TikTok.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was looking at affiliate marketing, or there were other things on YouTube. And when you start doing that on YouTube, you go all over the place because there is no concise picture. And then TikTok, I think like a lot of people downloaded that during the pandemic, and it did start coming up on my feed. And there were a few legends right now that I just watched what they said, and I was like, okay, let me just take a look at this, like everything. Let me just see. And that's how it began, and might begin like that for a lot of people. And once you begin that and you start looking at the course and the information, like I said, it just, for me, it was like that aha moment, like, okay, I see what's going on here. And that's how it started for me. It made a lot of sense. Yeah.
That's really cool. So I was just taking a look at your TikTok, and you have so many videos on TikTok. How you've got almost 2,000 followers, and we'll throw up your TikTok here in a second. Cool. But how long have you been posting on TikTok, and how often per day do you post? There's a lot of videos here.
Yeah, well, you learn. You just like with affiliate marketing, you learn when you learn from other people. The community is incredible because it teaches you other things to do. And one of them was, 3 to 5 times a day. I only started probably seriously in November with TikTok. And then when I finished the course, probably more leaning toward that kind of education in December. And it was really hard. I'm sure a lot of people are camera shy out there. I certainly am. I hate seeing myself in front. I have a face for radio. I don't need to be in front of the camera at all. But you get better at it. And, Dave's mentioned it. You've mentioned it. A lot of them mention it. You're not good in the beginning. Unless you've done this for a living, you're not good at this. And for me, I didn't grow up in this kind of an age and era where this is normal to me. So I had to get used to it. And, I just said, I don't know. It's not really, this is kind of a dumb thing to say, but it's not my Ranger mentality. It's more like I briefed colonels and generals. I've been in the C-suite at corporations talking to people. So, I've made a fool of myself a bunch of times. So if I'm doing it on TikTok, the only time I had any apprehension was my niece found my TikTok one day and she said, "Oh my God, you're on my TikTok." I'm like, "Oh, don't follow me, and you never saw me here." Other than that, it became not a big deal, and I enjoy it. And doing Legendary and doing all of this has allowed me to go out and view Florida. I've lived here for almost 20 years. Cool. I haven't seen as much of this state as I have since I got laid off. And why not enjoy the scenery with my kids, take videos, do that, and just enjoy life. So it's not a big deal anymore.
That's cool. That's really, really cool. I like it. Okay, so with the, as you said, I didn't say this, a face for radio. It's say whatever you want. I know it's not easy to get through that, because it's the face for radio is one thing, but it's really the insecurity, right? So, people
Sure.
find all kinds of things to become insecure about. But what, I mean, was it just every day, just kind of waking up and like head down, here we go? Or how, like, do you have any tips for people who also struggle with that?
Oh, I've got plenty of tips. I don't know if they're worth anything, but
Well, of course there was
don't
something.
don't save it in your draft. Just put it up there.
Mm,
For one, TikTok's a computer. It doesn't know any better. So the more you post, if you think it's horrible or you think it's great, the computer just does what it does. So you just
mm,
get in that rhythm. You just throw it up there. Um, a lot of people doing this probably have a lot of things to say, and 30 to 60 seconds isn't a lot of time. Just say what you want to say, and then you get more comfortable narrowing down what you want to say. And there's
mm.
other people who are marketing geniuses, and I love watching their TikToks, and they're really polished, and that's awesome. I love seeing it. I'm not polished. I'm just a dude doing this, and that's where I came to the realization. Like, look, this is part of building a business, right? And you just get comfortable being uncomfortable, and then it'll swing back to being comfortable at some point. And it's just something I do now. And I just make TikToks and I put them up there, and there hasn't been a viral video or anything like that, and I'm okay with that. I love the people that are following me on TikTok as it is. It's an incredible community. Legendary is an incredible community, and people on TikTok that are doing this or other things, because you get a lot of followers that like a video, but maybe not interested in what you're doing, but you have great conversations with them. It's a
That's
really
cool.
good community.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
it is fun.
On your content creation, hang on, I was just getting a little feedback. There we go. On your content creation, do you feel like people like what's been, because you have got about 1,800 followers. Uh, what's been the most valuable use of your time, like when messaging or like I don't know, just what's been the most valuable use of your time when in terms of like actually messaging people and talking with people and creating that? Because you talk about community, are you talking about actual messages, are you talking about comments, or like what do you mean?
Comments and the DMs. When people are asking you questions. One thing you sort of realize from this is that you're in a TikTok. If you're doing TikTok, you're in a TikTok bubble. So you think that everybody knows about affiliate marketing or anything on there, and it's kind of surprising sometimes. You're like, there's a whole world out there that
Oh yeah.
hasn't seen or experienced what you've experienced. So then you get talking to people about my journey, why they're interested, what they want to know about. Then, I mean, you get connections with, oh, you live there, I used to live there, or people out across the globe that you want to visit someday, and you get to talk to them. So that's really cool about the community. And as far as the messaging, it's you take the questions they're asking you. I'm trying to get better at this. I'm not really great at this, but I see a lot of great content creators doing this. I will talk to somebody for so long in DMs and not realize I should make a video because they're asking a question that probably 100 people have. And I should make a little video about their question. So if that's a tip for somebody, do that. It's great to
Yeah.
have these conversations, but there's probably 100 other people who have that question. Answer it in the form of a video and help even more people out.
Yeah, we just had a really great example of that. Somebody just asked in the comments, what the heck is a DM? Right.
Yeah,
So it's like, it's the same thing that's, happening on TikTok.
direct message. Yes.
Yes. I feel like I have, I say that a lot to people where people will create content using insider language, which is a
Yes.
big mistake because you forget you live in your own little industry bubble. And
That's
you
right.
forget that, like you said it perfectly. There's this whole world out there that's like, they don't have any clue what you're talking about. None. Zero.
That's right.
And so people will create content around, and they'll do this in all sorts of industries.
Yeah.
So people in like an addiction industry, they'll use insider language that's just totally different. Doesn't make sense to people. They don't use good analogies. Or people in affiliate marketing, they'll talk about like even just using the term affiliate marketing, right?
Right.
People are just like, what is that, an MLM? Or like,
Right.
what is this?
Right.
But the people I see that become really successful in sort of the make money space that do well on video are people who say side hustle, because culturally, and that's marketing. That's marketing
Right.
skills 101, which is there's this great quote. I think it was Robert Collier. He's a great copywriter. And he said, you've got to enter the conversation that's already going on in your prospect's mind, essentially, is what he said. Let me see if I can find this here. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen here real quick. He said, what did he say? Yeah, here we go. I'm going to pull this open just because I feel like it's valuable, and it's
Sure.
always a marketing thing that I come back to over and over and over again.
Oh yeah.
Always enter the conversation already taking place in the customer's mind, right? So the point there being, let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit so it's a little bit clearer on the screen. So the point there is it's like the number one marketing lesson that you could ever learn, which is there's already terms, there's already phrases that go on inside of your ideal customer's mind. They're thinking about it, they're wondering, they're asking questions about it. And in order for you to sort of do good marketing, which is to intercept that train of thought and lead them to a solution, you've got to speak their language. So like there's so many different ways in which this is done in media, but it's just, we could go down this whole rabbit hole, but I think that is sufficient to make the point that and he's one of the oldest. Robert Collier is one of the oldest direct response copywriters. I think some people say he's the founder of it, but he was early 1900s when he wrote that. But it's less about, the medium. So it's less about, are you doing it on TikTok? Are you doing it on YouTube? And it's more about the actual strategy itself of marketing directly to your audience.
That's exactly right. Because in a sense, none of this is new. It's been around for ages. It's become more prevalent, and the internet and the tools we have now are just make it different as far as how you reach people and things like that, messaging. But really, we've been marketed to forever. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just the way the world works. And when you start realizing that, and what you were saying about conversations earlier too, is trying to keep in mind that, especially when you get involved in this and the curtain is pulled back and you realize all the potential. For me, I have to start a YouTube because I can't get it all down in 60 seconds. But again, so many people don't have the slightest idea that, Walmart has an affiliate link, all these, that's just affiliate marketing, but that everybody does it. Everybody does it. For me, some of my examples, when I go to buy Dr. Squatch soap and then they upsell you and you're like, oh yeah. And it goes off in your mind. You're like, holy cow, I love this stuff so much. It's everywhere. And when you're talking to people on TikTok, you only have a little bit of time. And so you have to kind of keep that in mind sometimes. They have no idea what in the world you're talking about. So every once in a while, come back to that and do the simple, this is affiliate marketing, or this is digital, marketing digital products, or, whatever. And then hopefully have that connection and keep the conversation going.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah. So that's where you've been, where you are, where are you going? So the YouTube is new. How long ago did you start that?
No, I haven't, Matt. Well, I have 4 really horrible videos that are just me rambling because I have so many thoughts in my head, like of just so many examples I've seen my entire life that now make complete sense on how this all works and what I want to do with it. So it's just 4 or 5 videos of me rambling. But I'm trying to build the YouTube site, and then I will, I guess, write scripts down and try to follow it a little bit better, and try to tape my passion for this a little bit. So hopefully I make more sense to people. I don't plan on it being like an education site as far as telling people yet how to build, you know, a page or anything like that. It's more just getting the thoughts out of my brain as far as how amazing this is for so many industries. And hopefully it will click for them too. And they'll start realizing it's all around us, it's everywhere. And you're able to learn this through this program and start doing it. Yeah, do it. That's going to be my message, is learn how to do this and you won't go hungry. This is how you will make money on the internet doing anything, because Legendary Marketer has so many other like offshoots while you're taking the course that you start realizing, oh, I can use this in my job to talk to my peers, my boss, whoever, customers on the phone, copywriting. You need to learn these skills. And if you learn them, you're not going to go hungry. You're going to do really well online. Because it's online now, forever and for always.
Yeah, we had a guy on Monday. His name is Brett, and he and his fiance, I think, are using. They took exactly training from our Legendary. They took it, wrote Facebook ads, and they're selling a bunch of candles on Facebook ads. Yeah, it's all about learning those transferable skills, because in business, especially in the online space, things dry up, things change, things move, things shift. And if you've got the skills, that's the key. That's the kicker.
Right.
Cool. So you've got the YouTube coming up. I like that a lot. And you keep posting on TikTok. Awesome.
Yeah. That's and cool. I do triathlons and outdoor stuff. So at some
point,
we
didn't even get into that.
Oh, that's okay.
So you're training for your third Ironman too.
Yeah. My buddy wanted to do one, but it got canceled last year. So now I have to do all the stupid training again for this September. So
yeah. My brother-in-law's tried to talk me into doing this 50-mile super marathon thing. Yeah, and I was just like, dude, like. I play basketball like an hour or two a day. Like I never in a million years could you pay me to do that.
So much fun.
Dude.
50 miles, you probably get a little belt
time into it. Yeah, they're big time into it. My old boss at the coffee place I worked for a long time ago, he did 100-miler in the hills of Colorado. And it's just like, I'm just like, hey, I cool. I'll show up. I'll watch. I'll maybe like drink a beer along the side, but like it's just not my thing. I can't do I shouldn't say I can't do it, but I'm also built like a sprinter, right? Like I'm a 5'6" quick, fast sprinter, but man, from the day I ever started running, I have absolutely hated it. I love competing, but I hate running, man.
Yeah. Matt, so do I. I don't like swimming, biking, and running. I'm putting them together, but I hear you completely.
But miles, you crazy army men just do this random shit you guys hate to do.
Yeah, you gotta keep your mind on edge, I guess. You gotta keep doing this stuff, and I don't want to be slow and sit on a couch, because I would probably just die. So I have to keep finding these things to do. But that's, again, I envision, because I draw back to, I've seen affiliate marketing for so long, because in what I do, I follow blogs and YouTubers, and they have those links on their site, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, I get it now. That's what they do. I mean, I would buy so much stuff from them just because I like them. And it didn't register with me really exactly putting both things together. Oh, that's how they make money. I get it now. So I'm going to eventually do that. And there's so many products that I want to get involved in doing that. So yeah, I'm looking, it's going to be a great year. It's just so much fun. So much
Yeah,
fun.
I love it. You've got a big vision. There are so many different yeah, so many different I think that like sometimes affiliates, they get sort of just tunnel vision,
Right?
and it is crazy how many different products and different types of industries and uh, networks and things that you can you can open up and have multiple streams of income coming in from. So
Exactly.
well, cool. Mark, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
I we sometimes will reach out again later on down the road. So keep going and keep us updated on your progress. But you might hear from us in a couple of months and just say,
Oh,
"Hey, Mark, want to come back on?" And we'd love to have you back.
awesome. I'd love to come back. I love it. Thanks a lot, Matt. I appreciate it.
Yeah, if you need anything, just reach out, hit us up. We're always here.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cool. You bet. All right, guys. That's all we got for today. It's just crazy to me. We've been doing these now for about a year solid, between Dave most of the time and me filling in Wednesdays or, kind of random days. But it's just crazy how many stories and how many different people from different walks of life. It never gets old. And so thanks for Mark coming on. You can follow him. Go give him a follow right here. And stay tuned for his YouTube channel as well. Give him a subscribe. I'm sure he'll announce that on his TikTok channel. So, hey, we'll be back same time, same place tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's always the same time. It's always the same place, Monday through Friday. If you want to get a text message reminder, other side, there we go. You can text the letters WUL to 813-296-8553. And you can get a text message reminder every time we go live. It's pretty non-intrusive. It just says, hey, here's 2 sentences about what we're going to do. Tap here and tune in. So we'll be back again tomorrow. Same time, same place. See you guys. Have a good rest.